Alright, round one. We're on the draw. Definitely have to mull this hand. And this will keep. Alright. Not really the land I was looking for, but I'll take any land. Alright, black-green. Return phalanx. Currently cannot use the ability. Interestingly. Alright. Could have played a swamp there, but that's okay. We don't have the Varika's cure. So I can asphyxiate something if need be. Like if he plays a big threat here. Servant. That thing's definitely annoying. I'm trying to think how annoying it is. Is it annoying enough where I want to kill it right now? The thing is, my Flame Speaker Adept doesn't do anything right now. I think I'm going to have to just get pinged from it for a little while. I'd rather save the Asphyxiate for a big threat. Does that make sense? I hope it does. I feel like Servant's cool and all, but it's going to take a while for him to really reap some hardcore value on that. And I'd rather save the Asphyxiate for, you know, the green cards that are played in this format, like Staunch Hearted Warrior, Centaur Battlemaster, Nessian Asp, Vulpine Goliath. The fatty list goes on and on and on. So Servant just seems a bit underwhelming for the Asphyxiate. Alright. Didn't attack with Servant, which actually doesn't make sense, but I'm glad he didn't realize that. Alright, so I guess this is a fine opportunity to disciple him, but we could also read the bones, find better value for next turn. Might want to do that instead. He's got a lot of cards in his hand. I'd rather save the disciple for when he has fewer cards in his hand. So let's read, let's take a cue from him and read the bones. Still in need of some lands, so I'm pretty open to what we're gonna get here. How good is Mogus's Marauders right now? It's actually really terrible. I mean, it gives this guy Intimidate past his, but I think for the most part, Mogus's Marauders is not a very good card in this match. Land, on the other hand, I will take. I don't mind it. We're building towards Sip of Hemlock, so... and our fatties as well. Could attack for 4. That's a pretty meaty. And he doesn't have the blue source for the return phalanx. Well, I guess I'd wish I'd left a red untapped. I'll get in for 4 here. I had actually forgotten about the read the bones scrying for our Flame Speaker Adept. Second servant, you say? May need to kill that. Haven't decided yet. I could bust the Rise of the Challenge on the Flame Speaker Adept. I mean, Titan Strength's going to do the same thing in Scry, but I feel like this has more potential with this because it makes it a 7 power attacker, whereas Rise of the Challenge only makes it a 4 power attacker. But the Scry could be important as well. I think we swing with Flame Speaker Adept. Alright. So I guess he could boon of Erebus, but that's okay. Let's Rise to the Challenge. Actually, yeah, boon doesn't matter at all. I take that back. Really doesn't matter, because even if he booned it, it would just remove it from combat and he'd lose life anyway, so that totally doesn't matter. Alright, so let's kill his other one now. One, not a big deal. Two of them, I think that's kind of a big deal. We can already, technically we can Sip of Hemlock the next threat he's got, so we've got that going for us. Asp, I'm assuming? War Chanter. Well, War Chanter's not that big of a deal. I'm not exactly sure if I want to Sip that. We'll have to see. I can do Disciple plus Titan Strength. Yeah, it's not that bad. I can also Fellhide Minotaur Titan Strength. Save the Disciple for next turn, but guess we just swing with Flame Speaker. Seems like a fair trade. Oh, let's leave that on top. Some good hand crippling we got going. So, get a couple options here. I guess, yeah, disciples are humans too. How did I not think of that? That actually makes our Titan of Eternal Fire, as sad as that is, actually a little bit better. Holy jeez. Holy jeez. Well, let's get rid of the Pharykes Mender. I think that's fairly obvious. The River Trawler can't get anything back currently, so yeah, you're gone. Is this guy's hand just pure good cards or what? If he's letting me have a Pharykes Mender, what the hell has he got? Oh, that guy's big boy. Take 5. Yeah, we're gonna take 5 here. So here's the plan. We're gonna race for a little bit. Basically I'm gonna take a bunch of damage. Like, I could sip this right now, but he's left with a Night Howler. That's still a really big deal. So, I'm trying to think what's in my best interest here, and I think we want to see what we're dealing with his hand. Get that maximum Disciple value, and then we can always chump block too. So let's Disciple. I think this is actually the priority. It will let him regen this, which sucks really bad, but I need to see what we're dealing with in his hand. He gets the Night Howler either way you look at it. Jeez. And then he has Bioblight. Well, I think we have to get rid of Bioblight. That's insane value for him right now, so I don't like him having Odunos, River Trawler, or the Erebus Emissary, but yeah, we got to take the stupid Bioblight. I think these are like literally the only two creatures in our deck he could actually get that value from Bioblight with too, which actually kind of sucks. Yep, clearly chump blocking because it's lethal. And we're going to have to sip of Hemlock it, which is going to work out for us reasonably well, but the sad news is he's going to have some enormous, enormous other dudes, so... well, do we even want to attack? He's going to have a Howler that I'm going to have to chump block, and an Emissary that... yeah, I mean, we have to kill him. The question is, how am I blocking next turn? I probably want to double block the... no, because he's got the River Trawler, so it's going to be a 5/5. Alright, I think I attack with Adept, because I'm not double blocking anyway. Well, if he gets removal. Alright, I guess we just sip and sit back. We've actually just got to go for the long game. Not very cool. The only reason I left this back is because of the stupid removal spell, since I pretty much have to block here. I can double block here, and it forces him to discard a creature, but then this thing gets bigger. He actually has like the sickest synergy you could have with these two stupid cards. Trying to think of any way this situation does not get worse, and nothing is readily coming to mind here. Do I have any way at all to deal with Night Howler? I don't think I do. I'm trying to think. I really can't think of anything that deals with him. I don't know exactly what to do here. Yeah, I really don't know what to do here. Gonna chump block. Guess we'll block here so I keep my adept. Um, yeah. I really, I think the part about this match that confuses me the most is the sheer amount of black he has in his deck. Didn't we just pick black cards the entire draft? How did he end up with so many good black cards? I think this entire pool was primarily, must have been like primarily black cards. I don't know. He's played like 0 green cards. He didn't even play the Farikes Mender. It really didn't do anything for me there. Just hoping to see more cards out of his deck. Alright, pretty bad beating there. So let's see if we've got any sort of sideboard plan at all. This I guess could block. That would work. His Servant of Timurit just a wee bit better. But then the Marauders look terrible in this match anyway, with just the sheer amount of black creatures he has, so I guess we can put in a Wanderer over that. Necrobite actually looks a lot more useful now too. So maybe we take out the second Marauders for that. I don't even know if Wanderer's worth it. Maybe we just want a couple Necrobites. We're better off. We're pretty low creature count, but maybe we cut the Rise the Challenge. We'll leave in 1 Marauders. But he's not even... Let's just... Maybe we leave in the Necrobites and bring in the Wanderer? Is that even good? This card's so terrible. Guess we could bring in the Drifters, since they actually kill the Servant of Timurit every time on blocks, whereas Asphodel Wanderer sits there and does nothing against them. This card is just so bad against his deck because of the double Servant. I think we're much better off playing higher power guys that at least kill them on blocks, so they're less inclined to attack in. And the Necrobites actually sadly seem necessary for his Night Howler, if we can't asphyxiate it. Alright, let's try this. I think that's everything, right? Yeah. Yeah, we'll play first. And yeah, we can keep this a little bit slow, but it's pretty good distribution. I guess we can technically play Disciple next turn and it still blocks the Tormented Hero. Whereas the Ill-Tempered Cyclops could be more of a liability. But now I'm not so sure since the Cyclops can actually effectively block the Servant. Probably want to bust him. I mean, I want to bust Asphyxiate. I just don't think... Just don't think it's worth it yet. Jeez. Well, now it seems worth it. So multiple Spiteful returns open too, huh? This guy's turn progression is tearing us apart. Let's see here. What can I do to not die quickly? What is my plan? What can I do? What can I do? Guess we can Disciple plus Titan Strength if we have to. Alright, let's swing first. Kind of want to get that damage in. But it's going to be better on defense, especially if he taps out. Alright, so let's get in for our 3. Let's Disciple, and hopefully he taps his mana pre-combat. If he doesn't, it still may be in our best interest to Titan Strength to force him to regen. Just because it would buy us enough time to start doing more things and making his board seem worse. So let's grab something. Yeah, well, guess we're grabbing that. Alright. So I think the plan is Titan Strength on defense, but hopefully he casts something. And hopefully it's not a removal spell? Yes. Alright, so he did exactly what we needed him to do, which was cast a spell pre-combat. Beautiful. So this is going to work out better than I could have hoped for. I mean, I guess he could have something else, but whatever. I can't afford any luxuries there. So make our guy bigger. No, it turns out he had exactly what we needed him to not have there, so that worked out perfectly for him. We're in pretty devastating shape now. Not quite sure we have a real optimal road to recovery here. Guess we kill his flyer or we play the fatty. One card left in his hand. Don't want to get attacked. Don't see that. That's not good. That's not good. I'm trying to think what's actually good here. Yeah, that Bioblight was absolutely devastating. Absolutely devastating. Titan, leave back Cyclops so we can block 2 guys, get hit for 4, go to 6, have these guys for next turn where we can, do nothing? Asphyxiate that. This is like my only turn to asphyxiate the Blood Toll Harpy. And then I guess play my own. We're still getting hit for 2. Yeah, no choice. Pretty unhappy. Pretty unhappy with this turn of events here, but I can't really think of what else I can do. Unfortunately, Titan of Eternal Fire does not do as much as I need it to do. He can still attack in willy-nilly next turn with that, regen it, and get in with the Blood Toll Harpy, and we just can't race. Yeah, unfortunately the Bioblight was Absolutely game-changing. And yet another good removal spell. Alright, well, it looks like we weren't meant to win this one, unfortunately. So, I guess I should have just asphyxiated, but hadn't seen the Spiteful returned, and Night Howler actually would have done nothing. Night Howler would have been essentially pretty worthless early on when he played the Spiteful return. So he just happened to have a extremely good turn progression that I couldn't keep up with. So that's too bad, but happens. These are the game states I kind of hate, where it's like you can't get out of the situation now, but you're just playing for like hoping that you forgot about something. It's like, you know what I mean? Where you're just sort of sitting there and you're like, God, I hope he doesn't have anything. Oh, he had Sip too. Wow. Yeah, guys, we were not meant to win that match. Wow. All right. Well, I'll see you guys back in Swiss Draft, where getting punished this hard is not as punishing to your psyche. So I'll see you the next draft.